first on the topic, I wish to mention some of the claims the Jewish say. First they say only the Karaites don't accept the Talmud. Then they say, as the Talmud contains contradicting arguments, we do not have to accept the Talmud. But they already said they accept the Talmud. So whether they must or must not accept the Talmud, they do accept the Talmud. Then they said in the previous sentence, the Talmud contains contradictions. Then they say, oh, that quotation is out of context because in an absolutely different book there is an opposite view there. So what? You just you show the contradiction in the Talmud, but you already thought there are. So that's a lie. Then how would we know that the things you say isn't out of context? No one reads the Talmud as it seems. Yes, it's a long book, but it's your fucking religion, and depending on your skill, within 1 to 5 years, it can be read. Use the Sonsino edition, what has 425 pages, without the introduction sections. Now, the Sonsino edition also reports many cases where Jews applied censorship. If in the Talmud there is nothing bad, then why would this be necessary? Because you lie about what the Talmud contains. That's my conclusion. What the Talmud seems to be about is, according to the titles of the tractates, is sacrifices and uncleanness, both topics considered crazy, useless matter by anyone who is not in the particular religion, not just a Jewish, but Christian or Hindu or whatever you want. And finally, laws in the common sense. What is a strange topic in a religious book, but oh well. What the people could expect from the Talmud after reading the Bible? Well, racism, bigotism, chauvinism, advocating slavery, maybe cannibalism, and even pedophilia, as those are in the Bible one way or another. On the matter, it seems Jews and anti-Semitics are absolutely differing what the Talmud contains, just like Christians differ from non-Christians on the Bible. What is a really good direction for people who actually went into comparing religions, but let's move further. In the case of non-Christians in particular, who actually, I meant the Christians differing in non-Christians, the non-Christians in particular who read the Bible, because the others are misguided by the Christian lobby. Some blame on the anti-Semitic party, because they are not necessarily anti-Semitic. No exact quotation, almost no time is given, whether the quotation exists or not. So it is hard to find the part they are talking about. Even in those cases where they give the references, and most of them, well, never checks whether the quotation exists or not. So as things are, it turns out, they don't even check whether the book the quotation refers to exists or not. Like Libre David, what the fuck is that? That is not the Talmud. It can be a book, although I have no reference in the internet on it, but whatever. But on the Jewish party, the same can be told. They don't give exact quotations, they don't give a valid refutation of the claimed quotes, and They accuse everyone who criticized the Talmud as anti-Semitic, and the only quotations references they give, are from other places, not on the quotation what is discussed. Uh, yep. Uh, uh, Sadly, the Jews even denied to access on the Talmud itself, its content, denied the access to its contents, or deny any help uh, when you ask help from them. Then you blame for not having sufficient information for examining the Talmud. That's pretty dishonest, if you ask me. Then both parties at the same time can be blamed for misquoting, because they do that. Now, I have to say that fuck both of you, both Jews and anti-Semitics. Uh, there needs to be done research without superstition, and that's what I try to do because, well, uh, no one else did, sadly, and that is because the Jews use all the influence they have or can gather to restrict that kind of research, and that is also a form of lying. By the way, I know only a handful of honest Jews who even try to help in this case. And as for final words here, I wish to thank for any honest person who helped the case knowing the Talmud.